Hello everybody, it's your boy here Mintleaf, YouTube's most skill-issue gamer. Welcome back to another episode of Reverse 1999 Update 2.5 and also Anniversary Celebration 1.5 Showdown in Chinatown. In this episode, we're continuing with the main story with SC05, Other Side Same Coin. People generally prefer to maintain their distance before promises are made. You can see, we're probably gonna meet our new 5-star Loggerhead there.
I read an article about the conflicts between Miss Qixing and the other two producers of the CO7 series. Before, I thought it was only rumors. But now, thinking over what she said, what if it's true? What am I saying? It's ridiculous.
Then stop pouting over it, Princess. We've got work to do. You want to bet on how many people in LA have similar arcane skills? Come on, it's a total coincidence. You don't really think they're the same person, do you? That'd be nuts. I mean, it's the Detective CO7 we're talking about. Sure, she's been retired from acting for a while, but she's like super famous. If she was gonna go all kooky and start taking out crooks like she was the real CO7, why wait all this time? It's been years since her last movie, and we're only just dealing with this Night Piercer guy now. Besides, it's not like it's a crazy unusual type of arcane skill. Who knows? Maybe this Night Piercer guy is a fan of Detective CO7's films too. Can't rule out anything yet. Hey, you okay in there? Did I knock the wind out of you?
It's okay. I'm fine. Forget it. Just like you said, it doesn't make any sense.
But you're injured, ma'am. You can't just leave.
I'm totally fine. It's just a tiny smidge of damage. I can fix it myself.
You call a broken arm a smidge? Need to let us treat it immediately.
What's going on here?
Are you a vigil? Could you help me stop this girl? She's trying to leave with a broken arm. She was in an accident, but since she's woken up, she's refused to let us examine anything. She might not be our normal kind of patient, but we're doctors. We can't let someone leave when they need immediate medical attention.
A vigil? I'm in a hurry now. I'm gonna miss my bus.
There'll be another bus, but you only have one buddy. You should listen to the doctor. Sit down and wait until you're cleared to leave. Please show us your ID so that the doctor can give you treatment.
hamster riding a stethoscope.
A hamster what?
Now.
Hey, wait!
So we're gonna defeat the panicked Foundation staff. Wait, why is the Foundation staff getting panicked? Oh no, it is. Wait, is she Foundation? They hired someone like her? Okay, whatever.
I'll try my best.
And then there's some random patient that we're gonna beat up. Does this always happen? Collateral damage? Okay, never mind about that. Let's see... Oh. Okay. Oh, interesting. There's actually... I think this is probably the one... There's been a lot of like in-battle dialogue or pre-battle dialogue.
No,
However you want to call it.
Let me see.
Would you care to lie down? Keep up the pace.
I need to find some shade. Relax, I've got it in the loop.
I must push on.
What's memory play do? Damage taken reduction. After being attacked, inflict collection of negative status. Okay, interesting. But also not very useful. Not very good. God damn, that was a lot of damage.
I will be watching you.
Wait, why are you taking 1 damage? Oh, he's dead. Okay.
Although we come from different lands, we...
Watch out!
Sorry, I'm after a...
Hey, Rookie, where did you go? Get back here. The medical report is ready, and Mr. Wong's family just arrived.
I... Understood. How's Mr. Wong doing?
It's not pretty.
How? What happened to him? He seems completely normal this morning.
Please relax, Miss Wong. We have to wait and see what the doctor says.
You again. Right. You're the local arcane private eye, aren't you, Joe? Are you commissioned by the victim?
What? Unlike some taxi leeches out there, I actually help people in need. I don't charge a fee when it comes to my neighbors.
Sorry. Miss Liang has cleared the unknown arcane skill that was afflicting him. His physical condition is stable, but I fear there may be some long-term effects on his mind. He seems to be suffering from a severe thought and memory disorder. It would be best to keep him asleep.
Doctor, when will he wake up? Can I speak to him?
For now, we suggest against it. It may cause him additional distress to see someone familiar to him. We fear there might be memory loss.
What? How? What should I do now? With this mother gone, I can't take any more of this.
Madam.
So, who's a little China's kid? Did the DAA give you a sidekick to do your job for you? Forget it, lah. Listen, if you are not going to do your best to help these people, then it's better you just stay out of my way.
When they first brought him in, there were remnants of the arcanum riddled through his body. It might have gone a long way to proving he wasn't in control of himself. But I guess anything definitive has already faded away. The doctors couldn't isolate a cause. Worst case scenario, they might not believe us and have this poor guy shoved off to the funny farm.
Madam, please. You need to stay strong for your husband. They've brought in some of the best doctors from the Laplace Rehab Center. If there is anyone that can help him, it'll be them.
He said that he was going to buy produce from the wholesalers. But I couldn't reach him. And then the police called. My husband is a good man. Everyone knows that. He will never do something like this. Please, miss. You have to help us.
You can rely on us, ma'am. We'll find out the truth behind this. I promise you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. You are our only hope. Please.
Rookie mistake, Princess. Never make a promise about something you don't get to decide on.
I'm sorry, Miss Bordier, but I only mean...
Hold it. I didn't say we weren't going to do our best.
Thank you, ma'am.
Not so fast. We still need some solid evidence if we're gonna crack this case.
But where to begin? It seems like there are no obvious clues beyond what we were seeing. Mr. Wang had no enemies and was well loved in his community. If that's the case, then it can't be a simple motivation. Still, something sticks out to me. When I asked about any recent events or happenings, it wasn't Mrs. Wang that answered. It was...
Joe, our private eye with a chip on his shoulder against the DAA.
Yes. He mentioned that there have been strange things going on around LA's Chinatown recently. According to my notes, he mentioned there were children that suddenly became distant and unresponsive, young men that began showing signs of memory loss, and an otherwise healthy elder that rapidly developed signs of dementia. Absent-mindedness, empty despondence towards family and friends, memory loss. It all sounds very familiar to Mr. Wang's condition, but no one thought to bring the matter to the police. I also spoke with the nurses here. They said they've also noticed an increase in patients from Chinatown complaining of confusion and memory loss. I guess once again, no one thought it was serious enough for our attention.
Well, what you thinking, Cadet? Are all these cases related? If it's as widespread as you're making it out to be, we might be in over our heads.
Even so, I think we can't overlook it as a possibility. Arcane skills that directly affect the mind are rare, but they do exist. I've read of similar cases in the Vigil's archive. One of them, as I recall, had very similar symptoms to what we're seeing here. However, if there were some criminal intention behind all of these symptoms, what could it be? Or could it be an accident? Maybe a child with a powerful arcane skill who can't control it, or some unregulated and dangerous arcane objects. We can't draw any conclusions without more evidence.
Arcane objects. Isn't there a department in the Foundation that stores and records dangerous arcane materials?
Yes, at the headquarters of the Foundation. And its official name is... the Arcanum Containment Department.
Ah, voilà. Je crois que je suis arrivée. C'est bien plus lumineux et spacieux que je ne l'avais imaginé.
Oh my god, it's Matilda. How can they do that? How can you tease me with Matilda and then you just show her in a cameo? Come on now. Matilda is such a fun character, honestly. Okay, let's take a look at these story things. Voices on the street. Hey, is that Miss Xi Xing over there? Looks like a friendly chat is in order. Turn on the TV. Okay, you guys can read this. Okay, saving lives. He's a doctor who loves his job. Seeing you hurt gets him a little giddy, that's all. What in the hell is going on at the Laplace Rehab Center? That place sounds like a death warrant. Speaking of which, jumping to SC06, Secret Warrant. Cold drinks, fat bounties, and long holidays. Shame it never works out that way. I really need a long holiday right now.
Des armoires et encore des armoires. Qui est responsable ici? J'avais l'impression que c'était un département important, non? Où est la sécurité? Le département contient tous les objets connus qui ont produit des phénomènes dangereux ou mystérieux liés à l'arcane. Certains disent même qu'il contient chaque mystère arcanique résolu et non résolu, jamais enregistré. Et bien sûr, le plus grand mystère de tous les temps, la tempête, les défis toujours. Comme c'est le cas pour nous tous, il semble que chaque département sont désormais tournés vers l'étude de la tempête. Il y a peu de temps pour ces énigmes plus triviales. Je me demande comment va maman. Madame Z a dit qu'elle la surveillerait, mais toujours pas de nouvelles. Non, ressaisis-toi, Mathilda Boaniche. C'est ta maman, la plus grande mère de tous les temps. Qu'est-ce qui pourrait bien avoir mal tourné? Maintenant, sa fille la plus remarquable est en train d'accomplir une mission importante pour la Fondation. Contrairement à certains autres qui ont consacré leur temps précieux à des vacances au nom de réveiller les jeux d'Uluru. On espère tout de même qu'ils réussiront à rendre ces jeux aussi grandioses et sublimes qu'ils disent qu'il était dans le passé lointain. Ou sinon...
Everything's fine here. Now on to the next row. Oh, this is one of my favorites.
What is it?
An excellent question, miss. See that serial number on it? AN003. A water sample from the Peilin River. Number 003. There are hundreds of thousands of samples, collections, and records here. But no matter who you ask, this particular one will always make their top list. Collected in a remote city in China, when the investigators arrived, they found that it had been isolated in time. All its inhabitants dressed and lived as if they were from the late Tang dynasty. They were completely unaware of the state of the world beyond their lands, as if trapped in a time capsule from the forgotten past.
Oh. But how is that possible? Did no one ever leave the city? Not even to travel or do business?
You're a clever one, miss. Yes, it seems the investigators were confused too. In the end, they realized that an arcane skill was affecting the Peilin River. Sadly, it seems the arcane energy was dissipating by the time they arrived, and they weren't able to figure out its cause. This is the only sample they were able to recover. Laplace has been begging for access to it. They're eager to unravel the mystery.
Wow, that is indeed a most intriguing claim.
It's not just a claim, miss. It's real. Wait. Miss Mathilda Boaniche?
You've heard of me?
Yeah, of course. Who hasn't heard of the Boaniches and their star investigator daughter? Didn't you know that everyone's been talking about you since you joined the Foundation? Actually, my mother and I went to visit you. Oh, but I haven't introduced myself. Constance Scott. I'm a fellow graduate from SPDM. Of course, now, I'm just a record keeper here.
Actually, I've been looking for you as well, Miss Scott. Commissioner Pedra asked me to give this to you.
A letter? What's it about?
I couldn't say, but he had a most unpleasant look about him as he gave it to me. Then he asked me to review my report on the events in San Francisco. Are you alright? Your face has grown quite pale.
I'm fine. I just have a bad feeling I know what I'm about to read.
The investigation has been concluded. Unfortunately, their findings were exactly as we feared. The suspect must be apprehended ASAP, and all efforts must be made to retrieve this arcane object before either cause further trouble. You must leave immediately. Her last reported sighting was in Chinatown, Los Angeles.
Sorry, could you say that again? Ji Ma Wu? And that means paper horse dance? Okay, I got it.
喂，老細，今日仲有冇燒肉啊？揞埋晒啦！今日切條叉燒，整到半隻白切雞啊！
Wow. Daddy, look! There's a dragon on the floor! That's totally cool!
Welcome to Chinatown. How do you like it?
Yes, it does give me a certain sense of nostalgia. Do you come here often, Miss Boydier?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, outside of work, it's been a while. 3 years or so.
Only once in 3 years? I don't think you can consider that often.
Yeah, well, it's a fun place for a day trip, sure. But things are different when you put on the uniform. Remember that private eye back at the hospital, Joe? You can get an impression about how people see the police around here from him.
You mean that the residents here don't cooperate with the Arcane Affairs Division?
Well, it's complicated. There's a lot of language and cultural barriers. Folks here just don't turn to the police to solve their problems. Even when they do, we feel like we have no idea where to start. The thing that surprised me the most was how arcanists of all kinds and humans live so closely together here. I guess it's the same in China, isn't it? I remember this one time we had a call about a break-in. When we got there, it turned out the shopkeeper was a big white bird as tall as I am. And this other time, we're chasing down a lost puppet for some lame-ass puppeteer. Anyways, so I asked an old lady if she'd seen a doll nearby. You know what she said? Well, I don't know what she said, but she started going off about me being a Laowai. Now give me some credit. I might not speak Chinese, but I do know Laowai means foreigner. So excuse me? Like I'm American, baby. Born and raised.
Sorry.
That's not even the half of it. The thing is, I don't hate it here. Although I can't say I love Chinatown very much either. To be honest, most of us on the force haven't found a way to make inroads with the people here.
If that's the problem, why don't we try to understand things step by step? Maybe then we can start fresh? We're here anyway.
Yeah, it's worth a shot. If we're gonna get anywhere, then we'll have to start here. But we need to check another task off our list first. Should be right there, down the alley. Feeling excited, rookie? We're about to pay a visit to your favorite director, Noire.
Favorite? What? No. I just like the movies, that's all. I've got no specific feelings for the director. Maybe just a little. I am curious about the mind of the director behind such great movies. But this is strictly a police matter, so I will act with professional self-restraint. Actually, I've made a request with the Vigil's intelligence branch for a file on Director Noah and any related events. We should get it soon.
You've got a file on her already? Feels like you're going a bit overboard, rookie. It wasn't actually the director that called us. Her assistant did. Later on, Noire herself contacted us and said the so-called threat was just a misunderstanding. Normally, we'd leave it at that. There's too much real crime out there to bother with a case where the victim doesn't think anything happened. Still, according to dispatch, the assistant was real spooked over it. The operator got the feeling we should give it a second look, so they kept the file open. But look, this is just a follow-up and an excuse to come down here. So keep your mind on the real mission.
Got it, ma'am.
It's been reassigned to the local precinct.
What's wrong? What does that mean?
Nothing, kid. It's just most of the force aren't trained to deal with arcane crimes. Don't get me wrong. They're good, capable officers, but I'm worried. If this was any other case, I'd keep my mouth shut. But come on, this is clearly our department. This case has arcanum all over it. I don't think they know what they're getting into.
Miss Boydier, I have an idea. What if we...
We prioritize Noire's case, which just happens to put us in Chinatown, so there's no harm in asking a few questions about our other investigation. I knew there was a little rebel in you, Liang. You like to bend the rules, just not break them. Am I right?
Not too often. Actually, I think we're obliged to take Miss Noah's case seriously, even if it wouldn't help us with the other case. Please wait a minute. It's my communication device.
SBF-1 portable contact device activated. You've received a new message. Downloading attachment. Download complete. Please check your mailbox.
Message? What's it about?
It's from the intelligence department. They've found her records. Miss Noire is registered with the foundation. There might be something in her files that can provide us some clues. Wait, is this...
Very interesting. Nice to see we're finally in Chinatown. Pieced together, humans are natural editors piecing together an ideal memory from mere fragments. Open the diary, what's inside? I don't know why that's there, but any more Matilda is great for me. Anyway, moving on to SC07 Rookie Actor's Guide. Remember, keep the camera secret. I jumped the entire line. Remember, keep the cameras hidden, that's the secret.
Whose is this? It's blocking the camera sightlines. Get it out of the way. When are we coming in? We've been waiting forever. I wish I brought a chair.
What's going on? Are they filming another movie? Do you see anyone famous?
Oh, is that today's lunch? Mind if I take a look? Not now? Alright, fine.
That's that odd person I saw at the hospital. She works for the foundation.
Who? You mean Camerahead over there? What do you mean by odd? You think she could be a fake?
No, she's a real foundation member. I checked her information as well when I inquired about Miss Noire's file. Her name is Latham, an awakened arcanist, currently working in the Arcanum Containment Department. I wasn't given any access to her details, but based on our encounter, we should have no problem with her.
Good. Fine. I'm happy enough leaving the Awakened to their quirkiness.
What do you mean she hasn't eaten yet? Director Noire's doctor was explicit that she's not allowed to skip any meals. Oh, hello, officers. How can I help you?
We received a call from a Lin Wang. Did you make a report about some unknown person making physical threats and stalking Miss Noire?
Yes, that's right. I'm Lin. But...
We did it! Abby, you're here!
cut. No, I'm afraid we'll have to roll that again.
I'm sorry, Director.
Not at all. I just want more emotion this time. She's your true love, but you have been apart for a long time. Things are different now. She is. You are. Your reunion must be more complex. It isn't simply happiness you feel. You must mix that emotion with worry and guilt. She doesn't know anything about what happened to you. You can't help but worry that she will never be able to understand you. You wonder if she has got herself into any troubles. I know this is a short scene, but the audience must see a full range of emotions. You are capable of more, so be more. I know you attended drama school, so let's see that training shine. I know you can do it.
Yes, Director! I will try my best!
Good. Let's roll it again.
Excuse me, Director Noire.
For someone that famous, you think I'd have known she uses a wheelchair. How you feeling? Finally getting a chance to meet your favorite director. Thrilled? What's with the long face, kid? Where'd all your excitement go? Oh, is it about the message you got?
Yes. It's just something that's bothering me.
Thanks for coming, officers. But I believe I've already explained that this was all just a misunderstanding. As you can see, I'm in perfect health. Well, ignoring these two.
But according to your assistant, there's been someone stalking you for months, and they've recently sent you a threatening letter. So what? That all just misunderstandings too?
I'm terribly sorry for inconveniencing you, officers. Lin is a very dedicated assistant, always looking out for me. She may have just overreacted to my situation. I don't mean to brag, but I've been in the limelight for long enough that I've seen my share of crazy fans. I'm used to it.
Sure, I get that. But about that letter you received, do you still have it?
I'm afraid I don't have it anymore. I received so many letters, most of them friendly, some of them not so much friendly. I've made a name in this industry, and a few enemies too. If I paid any attention to the negativity, it only dragged me down. I tend not to keep the bad ones around. While I'm sure you would do a fine job keeping me safe, officers, I can't let myself worry over it. Besides, what are they going to do? Break my kneecaps? Frankly, the only thing I am worried about is that your presence is another distraction for my crew. So, it's very much appreciated that you went out of your way to check in on me.
But I have a movie to make. I can't disappoint my fans. Now, if you'll excuse me, we're burning daylight and I still have 4 more scenes to film. These Hollywood producers may have opened doors for me, but they also give me so many problems lately.
Is this really just because of your movie?
Pardon me?
You seem to be refusing our assistance because you've decided this threat is only a harmless prank. You've decided that it's worth the risk to focus on your film. I don't mean to judge your decision. It may be understandable in some cases. But if this threat is not just a prank, if it is serious.
Am I sensing disapproval?
There has been an increase in patients coming from Chinatown showing signs of mental instability. Their symptoms include confusion, amnesia, drowsiness, and volatile anger. None of the patients seem to have anything in common. No prior history, all without a clear cause. Does that sound familiar?
Sorry, is this leading somewhere?
A case 8 years ago. He Rizhun, the scriptwriter for your first big hit, Detective CO7. She burned to death in her own house. However, the cleaners found a film reel in the debris, surprisingly intact after the fire. Strange, isn't it? Every other item was burnt to ash, yet this one 8mm reel was as good as new. The cleaners felt the same way, so, being curious, they played the reel. 3 of the 5 who watched it ended up in an asylum. 1 jumped from a building, and the last, according to the reports, became like an empty shell of the person.
And what's happening here reminds you of that?
There are some commonalities between the cases. I can't ignore the possibility that they are related. 2 in particular stand out to me. The similar symptoms of those affected, and you. Hard to shake the thought that these are not coincidences.
What are the police still here for? Are we gonna get back to filming? Who knows? But it doesn't seem good. We are losing light here. Can these guys wrap it up already?
Is that an accusation?
No, not at all. I'm just hoping you might be able to shed some light on our case. After our initial investigation, we officially recorded it as an ominous Arcanum incident and determined that the cause was that 8mm film reel, which contained a film titled Reunion of the 3 Swallows. To this day, however, the exact nature of the Arcanum hasn't been conclusively determined. We still aren't sure why it has this strange effect on people's minds, nor why the damage appears to be irreversible. Perhaps more importantly, we still don't know the origin behind the arcanum on the reel. There are many possible causes that might create such an effect. One of the most common thought is from absorbing powerful emotions from an arcanist. The darkest emotions possess the strongest power. Anger, hatred. Emotions so strong that they can outlast their bearer's death, like a curse from beyond the grave, carrying out their last will as an obsession. And in such cases, these objects are sure to lead to disaster. I believe that this film is, undoubtedly, one such cursed item. If it is the case that this film was involved in these new incidents, then we must find out what obsession it's carrying out and find a countermeasure.
I assume you're already on the case.
Indeed, I am, Miss Noire. I've been studying the report on the original case, including some of the theories of the original investigator. One of the theories suggests that, despite your collaboration on the CO7 series, there were many points of conflict between you and Miss He. In fact, the reports mention you had a violent quarrel with her on the day of the fire. There was even a question about whether you might have been responsible for her death. So, as you can see, I have more than a strong reason to believe you are connected. And if this cursed reel is behind these recent incidents, I'm afraid that you may be the intended target of this curse.
Okie dokie, nice two-parter here. Two-parter as in they're like two back-to-back story-only stages. So this is the end of today's episode of Reverse 1999 Update 2.5. I almost forgot. Anniversary 1.5 because we've covered 3 parts. The next time we come back, we're gonna jump straight into SC08. But let's get a reward first. SC04, very nice. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this little episode, and I hope to see you in the future, my fellow timekeepers. See you around, stay safe, and bye bye.